Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that has been making headlines recently, the growing distrust among Americans towards COVID-19 vaccines and the implications this has on public health. A recent survey by the Annenberg Public Policy Center at the University of Pennsylvania reveals some concerning trends in vaccine skepticism, and we're going to break it all down. According to the survey, a significant portion of the American public is increasingly skeptical about the COVID-19 vaccines. Over a quarter of respondents, 28%, believe that the vaccines have contributed to thousands of deaths, a notable increase from 22% in June 2021. Additionally, 22% of respondents now believe it is safer to contract COVID-19 than to get vaccinated, up from 10% in April 2021. There's also a growing belief, held by 15% of Americans, that the COVID-19 vaccine changes people's DNA, which has nearly doubled since the last survey. This rising skepticism has real-world implications, as these misconceptions are directly linked to an increased reluctance to vaccinate. Kathleen Hall Jamieson, the director of the Annenberg Public Policy Center in the survey, emphasized that these mistaken beliefs are contributing to vaccine hesitancy at a time when public health authorities are striving to manage ongoing COVID-19 threats. The survey also found that public concern about contracting COVID-19 has diminished. Only 20% of respondents reported being somewhat or very worried about themselves or a family member getting infected, down from 25% in February 2024 and 35% in October 2023. This declining concern could be linked to the perception that the virus has become less dangerous over time. The findings of this survey come in the wake of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA's approval of updated COVID-19 vaccines. Dr. Brett Osborne, a Florida neurosurgeon and longevity expert, commented on the survey's findings, urging for a balanced view when considering the risks and benefits of vaccination versus natural immunity. Dr. Osborne pointed out that while the mainstream narrative continues to emphasize the safety and efficacy of COVID-19 vaccines, it's important to recognize that there are risks associated with vaccination, particularly with mRNA vaccines. One of the most publicized risks is myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle, which is more commonly observed in younger males. Although rare, this condition can lead to serious health issues, including hospitalization and, in some cases, long-term effects or death. Other potential risks mentioned by Dr. Osborne include neurological complications, such as Guillain-Barré syndrome and acute disseminated encephalomyelitis, ADEM. He highlighted the need for further discussion about these risks, especially considering the lack of long-term studies on these relatively new vaccines. Regarding the widespread belief that the vaccine alters human DNA, Dr. Osborne clarified that this is a myth. The mRNA in the vaccines instructs cells to produce a spike protein that triggers an immune response. This mRNA is quickly broken down and eliminated from the body, with no evidence suggesting it can integrate into human DNA. Dr. Osborne also noted that the COVID-19 landscape has changed significantly since the virus first emerged. The current strains of the virus, which have undergone numerous mutations, are generally less virulent. As a result, for the majority of the population, especially those who are healthy and under 60, a COVID-19 infection today is more likely to result in mild, flu-like symptoms rather than severe illness or death. This evolution of the virus raises questions about the continued push for widespread vaccination, particularly when natural infection can lead to robust, long-lasting immunity. Despite the growing skepticism, some medical experts still advocate for vaccination, particularly for high-risk groups. Dr. Mark Siegel, a senior medical analyst and clinical professor of medicine at NYU Langone Medical Center, recommends the updated COVID-19 vaccines for those at higher risk, such as individuals with chronic diseases and the elderly. He believes that the vaccines remain effective at reducing the risks of severe disease and long COVID and should be considered in discussions between patients and their doctors. However, Dr. Siegel also acknowledges that for the majority of the population, especially those under 60 who are healthy, a COVID-19 infection today is more likely to result in mild symptoms. He suggests that beyond high-risk groups, vaccination should be a personal choice, made after careful consideration of the benefits and risks. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to evolve, so too does public opinion on vaccines. This survey highlights the growing distrust among Americans and the need for transparent communication from health authorities. Balancing the potential risks of vaccination with the benefits, particularly in a landscape where natural immunity plays a significant role, is crucial. It's essential to stay informed and make decisions based on the latest scientific evidence and the realities of the virus as it exists today. Whether you choose to get vaccinated or not, understanding the full picture is key to making the best choice for your health and well-being. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates and insights on important health topics. Stay safe and informed.